New Phoenix signing Chico Giraldes makes a home debut after playing 90 minutes away at Auckland FC last weekend. He's Wellington's first ever Portuguese player and just the 7th from that country in the 20-year history of the competition. Our referee is Tim Danaskis. It's his first visit to Wellington this season. Assisted tonight by Gareth Sheehan and David Walsh. Kelvin Berg is the 4th official. Congratulations to him on his A-League men's debut. Kate Jakowitz is in the VAR booth if required. Under the Friday night lights in Wellington, round 21 of the Isuzu UTE A-League season is underway. Wellington Phoenix in a rut. Only one win in their last 8 matches, just 5 goals in those 8 games. 9 points outside the top 6. And coming into this one off the back of a 6-1 thumping in the derby 6 days ago. Melbourne City, just the 1 win in their last 5, but the tight nature of the competition would see them jump from 6th to 2nd with victory here tonight. Wellington Phoenix, and this will please many of their fans, all in yellow at home, which hasn't always been the case this season. Attacking the goal to left of screen. Melbourne City in their darker blue strip, kicking from left to right in the first half. Good to see them in yellow to start, I think.
I hope that's not as good as it gets, but I think they've got to be in yellow at home.
They are tonight, and on a perfect evening for football at the end of what has been a spectacular day in the harbour capital. Conditions could hardly be better, and a greener sideline. We'll get down sideline for a condition check in a moment, but as you were all doing the pre-game, I think it looked like a very pleasant evening out there.
It's lovely out there, Piney, and the pitch has been nicely watered. It's going to be moving pretty quickly, certainly for the start of this game anyway.
Wellington pushed back inside the first 90 seconds. Melbourne City looking to get on the front foot. Tim Danaskis had the whistle in the mouth there and does eventually blow up for the free kick. Foul against Costa Barbarouses.
I think Costa was just letting him know that he's going to be around, he's going to be nipping at his heels. It's not a terrible change. I actually think he gets a little nip on the ball there.
As is Bajic on the receiving end, so Melbourne City with an early chance to launch one towards Wellington's penalty area. Giancarlo Italiano, bottom of screen already, up off his bench. Win predictor tells us Phoenix 42% to Melbourne City's 31%. Helped into the area where Scott Wooden saw it coming from a long way out. Tilio on the edge. And towards the far stick, he was looking for the run of Rahmani. Radar slightly off from Marco Tilio.
Yeah, he was in a nice little position there on the edge of the box, and I think he was looking up to see if anybody wanted to make a run. He's good enough to find you if you make that run, and everybody was pretty static.
He was one of the members of the casualty ward early in the season. Marco Tilio, great to see him back out there. Others set to return soon as well. Jonathan Cohen, not that far away. Jimmy Jego as well. Good to see Matthew Leckie back. Andreas Kuhn as well. Aurelio Vidmar, bottom of screen there, starting to get his troops back as he sizes up the back end of the season. Cyprian and Ferreira are the central defensive pairing. Here's Sam Sutton back in the starting side. Just a suggestion that hit Sam Sutton on the hand. He was missing in the derby because of accumulation of yellow cards. So too Paulo Retre with a calf niggle. He was apparently set to play the day before, but picked up a little tweak, so wasn't risked against Auckland FC. Giraldes with the first little piece of magic. Barbarouses forced wide. He just lost the ball under his feet. Nathaniel Atkinson, though, has put that behind, and now the flag has come up, I believe, but Giraldes, just that lovely little touch.
Yeah, look, Costa looked offside to me, but I think what you get from Rufer here, he's happy to get it in tight areas. He's on the half turn, he gets it straight into Giraldes, and it's a great little ball around the corner. If Costa holds his run, who knows what will happen there.
Patrick Beach has brought it all the way up to where Barbarouses began his run from an offside position and a green sideline. What can you tell us about conditions down there this evening, Greenie?
Yeah, it is a beautiful night in Wellington. You can see that the pitch has been watered to perfection. The ball's moving around, and you've got Italiano is right on the edge of the penalty box. So he is buoying the boys on to try and make sure that they're able to come out with some fire today.
Thanks, Greenie. Both coaches already up in their technical areas. It seems to be the trend these days. Most coaches spend more time on their feet than sitting in the dugout. Melbourne City look to construct another attack down the left. Andreas Kuhn, the Austrian, is involved. Tried to find Caputo. '41st meeting between these two. 20 wins for Melbourne City. Wellington 12, 8 games drawn. Second meeting of the season. City winning 2-0 in round 12 at Amy Park. It's a game you talked about in the pre-game, Ify, is one which the Phoenix really didn't contribute a lot to. They were pretty lethargic that night.
I think that was the one, Piney, where the fans were on the back of the players, not happy with how far they were sitting back. No real attacking intent, but hopefully things will change here this evening.
Bajic evades a would-be defender, but finds Rufa with his intended cross. Even having Alex Rufa out there will give those around him, particularly the young players, plenty of confidence. And again, he just breaks up what would have been a potentially dangerous situation.
Yeah, just using his experience. I mean, you look at the first one, he knew the cutback was coming, he's in exactly the right place at the right time, and then the second one just steps in, nothing too extravagant, keeps the ball, keeps it moving. I think, again, he's somebody that the Phoenix have missed because he brings so much experience on and off the park.
Marco Tilio out right, thinking with his Socceroos teammate Atkinson. Nathan Walker, though, putting pressure on, and Tilio's got to go all the way back to Ferreira. Mr. Bryant. And Bajic. 120th A-League men's appearance tonight for Aziz Bajic. A long time offshore, of course, before returning home. Time in Turkey, the Netherlands, Scotland. And he's on the ball again, Aziz Bajic. Once again, Alex Rufa wins possession back, and Geraldis over there also putting his body on the line to keep the ball in. Already early signs of promise with Rufa and Geraldis combining.
Yeah, I think the way they're trying to set up out of possession, most of the work's being done by Costa, Walker and Geraldis up top. It'll be interesting to see if that changes as the game goes on, but Geraldis is not one to shirk the work, trying to keep that one in there and keep the ball moving.
Well, by all reports, he was only supposed to play 45 minutes last week. That was what the strength and conditioning boffins told Giancarlo Italiano. At half-time, he asked him if he wanted to come off, and the answer was a fairly curt no by the sounds of it. He played 90 minutes.
That's where you get in trouble with the S&C. Luckily, during my day, it wasn't too much of a problem. It was always overruled by the head coach, so...
I think Tim Payne was in a similar situation last week as well. He wasn't supposed to play the 90 minutes either, but did. And now he might get on the ball. In fact, it's Costa Barbarouses. It is Tim Payne. Barbarouses ahead of him. Over towards Geraldis. Brings it down in the penalty area, but Atkinson does well to take it away from him.
Nice play there by the Phoenix, and coming down the right-hand side, there was a number of people in the box. Probably not the right choice. I think he could have played Costa in early down the side. Costa was pointing where he wanted it. He made a different decision, put it in the box, and Geraldis has touched it, just let him down at the last minute there.
Sheridan putting Rufa under a bit of pressure, but Alex Rufa flying in and leaving his mark on an opposition player, but Melbourne City still have it. Rachmani looking for some help. Bajic, he's been prominent early. Scott Wootton, the ever-present central defender, getting it away. Atkinson again. Tilio. Truan. Then out towards the left-hand side, Bajic bringing Rakamani in. Now Cohen, this is building nicely for Melbourne City. Isaac Hughes with the intervention, first corner of the contest coming the way of Melbourne City.
Yeah, Tim Payne got squared up there and had no help. There was a runner underneath, and the Phoenix get a little bit lucky here. It's a great blindside run. Not too many numbers in the box, and the Phoenix managed to clear.
So Andreas Cohen gets a welcome to Wellington as he goes across to take the resulting corner. Delivery's good, but Wootton again is the man rising highest. Giraldi is scampering after it. Little back heel into the path of Costa Barbarouses. Wins the throw, just some little touches of glitter from Giraldi's.
A nice little bit of flair that doesn't go amiss, and great back heel into Costa. They look like they've got a good understanding. Obviously, a good full week of training after the debacle last week, and they'll be looking to link up as best they can. And I think they suit. If we can get the ball in, that will suit against the likes of Suprayan, who doesn't really want people in and around him with pace.
Sheridan tries to combine with Walker, falls the way of Giraldi's in the centre circle, and he just does enough to hold on to possession. Raked out towards the right by Rufer to Barbarouses, Payne on the outside. Costa goes alone, and no one had gambled in the 6-yard area. And no touch on the way through, so throw for City.
Pretty similar from what I talked about with Tilio earlier. Costa's there, he's looking, somebody make a run, hit the near post. If somebody goes across the near, then you can fill up the box from there. But everybody was sort of waiting for somebody else to do the first run.
And a green sideline, I know, against Auckland FC last weekend on Giraldi's debut. Giancarlo Italiano was pretty much saying, find Chico, find Chico, find Chico for the whole 90 minutes. Is that still the message, Greenie?
No, I think I'm quite happy to say that it's not the message. It seems like the Phoenix are having a much more of a balanced performance and able to look for more than one player in attack, which I think is always a good sign.
Good energy to the game. The first dozen minutes, Tilio always brings that. Atkinson. Kewett. Now Rakamani. Kewett in the area again, and this time it's Retro who's gone across to mop up.
Really good defending there from Retro. They're really happy to play in and around the box, and they're looking for those blindside runs, and you have to follow your runners, because if you don't, that's where the chances are going to come. And they're so confident and comfortable on the ball city. It's what they like doing in and around those areas.
Paulo Retro playing against his former side, or one of them, 54 games across 5 seasons with Melbourne City, 2012-13 to 2016-17. Here's Cohen. Schreiber back to Truan, and now out to Tilio. He loves working in these areas, Marco Tilio. Aiming for Bajic on the far side. Retro got a foot to it. Recycled by Suprayan. Bajic into the area, and Tilio, a free header, flashes wide. Best chance of the game, and it fell to the head of Marco Tilio.
Again, City ever so patient, happy to knock the ball around until that opening comes, and it falls to Bajic. It's a fantastic cross. Tilio has to do better. Oh my goodness. He's tried to do the right thing, head it down, but where's he looking? Keep your eyes on the ball, head it down. That's a goal. It'll be 1-0 to City.
2 goals already this season for Marco Tilio. Scored in the derby early last weekend. He must have thought that he was going to add to his tally there. So a bit of a lead-off for Wellington Phoenix.
There's a couple of times we've seen it, Piney, those runs from deep, and the Phoenix midfielders mostly not tracking runners.
Tilio's such a hard man to keep tabs on, isn't he, and keep under control. Seems to pop up all over the place, probably a free licence in many respects. natural left footer, but does a lot of his work cutting in from that right-hand side, doesn't he?
Yeah, which is really hard to deal with, because when he goes in, he can always whip that one across. He can play a little reverse pass. He's happy to link up. He can do it all, so he's difficult to shut down.
Here he is again. Can Wellington shut him down this time? They can't. Into Cohen. And now Rahmani diving in. Tim Payne. Another eye-catching move from Melbourne City. And some defending, last-ditch defending from Tim Payne that time.
Yeah, look, fantastic run again from Tilly. We're just talking about him. He goes past 2 or 3. And I don't think the ball didn't land where he'd actually meant it to land. But once it gets there, it's a great little flick. I think Kelly Hill might have had it covered, but Tim Payne would not have known that. It's a fantastic clearance.
Marco Tilio just stayed down for a bit longer than I'm sure Aurelio Vidmar would be happy to see back on his feet, so that's good news. 91st A-League men's match tonight for Marco Tilio. More defending to do for Wellington, and they do it confidently enough that time. Patrick Beach all the way out of his penalty area. And Herman Ferreira will probably like that one back.
I think he'd definitely like that one back, Piney. No pressure on the ball. Probably didn't need to play the pass. There was a short pass in front of him. Wanted to spread the play. Technique let him down there a little bit.
Too much for Patrick Beach and the Melbourne City goal to worry about in the first quarter hour of this one. Guerrero tries to take it away from Geraldes. Suprayan is there and tracking back Ferreira. Lights just starting to take effect on a beautiful Friday evening at Sky Stadium. Just happy to sit in there. Banks of 4 and press when required. Atkinson keeps that one in. Sheridan with the header into the path of Barbarousis. Forced wide again, Costa. So a teammate to find with a pass. Geraldes! Well, his first sight of goal. Chico Geraldes. Radar off.
It's a fantastic pass. Little ball around the corner here. Almost a no look. Yeah, probably just onside. And I was watching Geraldes in the moment. I was thinking, is he going to make the box? But he just hangs out quite smart. Lets the runners go in front of him. Hangs out, and again, technique probably lets him down. But fantastic pass to find Costa in the first place.
Yeah, he's quickly making himself popular among Wellington Phoenix fans. There's your possession stats after 18 minutes. City just shading it ever so slightly. Nathan Walker just about stepped in there. It was very calm defending from Herman Ferreira.
That was super calm. I don't think Walker really believed he could get it, though. He just sort of dangled a toe rather than going in with a bit of intent. I think going back to the possession, Piney, I think that's kind of to be expected, the way the Phoenix are setting up. They won't mind giving up possession as long as they're not giving up too many chances.
Melbourne City have the second best defence in the A-League, behind only Auckland FC. Just 17 goals conceded in 17 games, 7 clean sheets. Here's Rahmani, looking to cause problems at the other end, and just a bit too much on it for Bajic.
Tough one for Tim Payne there. He has to get dragged into the ball, gets nice and narrowed off, and it allows the ball down the outside. Now, if the ball had been decent, they've got an opportunity in behind the Phoenix's back 4.
Just 18 years old, Kavian Rahmani. 13th appearance though this season. He's been given perhaps more opportunities than he might have expected at the start of the season. Injuries, of course, have played a big part in that, but he's held on to a starting spot today. Wellington just having a bit of trouble getting this one away. Giraldius playing his part in the playing out from the back, and has won a goal kick. Well, it's about as good a result as they could probably have hoped for.
Absolutely back to where they started. I hope their effort this time is a little different. I can understand what they're trying to do. I don't like a chipped ball from a goalkeeper into a centre-back in the wide area. So, we talked about this in the pre-game. I don't want to see too much of this.
Let's see if they're going to give you some relief with a slightly longer goal kick. They are this time, Iffy, so we can rest easy. Barbarousis looking to get onto the flick on. He hasn't quite gone over the touchline, has now, and it'll be a Wellington Phoenix throw.
I'm certainly not about kicking for territory, Piney, but I would like them to mix it up a little bit.
Isaac Hughes and Scott Wootton has quickly become the first choice centre-back pairing for Wellington this season. Rattray is dispossessed. Rufer wins the ball back for Wellington. Rattray is still there to help out. Rahmani, though, taking it off him, and Rufer again has to win it back.
Again, a real snapshot of Alex Rufer there. His midfield partner, Rattray, has lost the ball 2 times in a row, and Rufer's had to go back and do the business while Rattray's watched him. But it just shows you what Rufer's about. You know, he's a leader through and through. Happy to get his hands dirty, roll up his sleeves and get the work done.
It's so interesting to see how many minutes he has in the leagues tonight. So nearly half of this game has been played down at Wellington's end. We're in that area again now. Truan. Atkinson. Atkinson forced wide, but does get a cross in. Rufer shins it up in the air, and Kelly Heald will gather okay.
Atkinson did really well there to get to the byline. It's a decent ball in. I didn't think he'd be able to get the ball in between bodies. A bit of an unorthodox swing from Rufer, but did enough, and Kelly Heald fielded it very well.
Wellington try and play out from the back again, and Giraldius is fouled as they try to do so. So the easing of the pressure valve ever so slightly.
I think looking at City, they don't mind it so much going down the outside. As soon as it goes into the middle part of the pitch, bang, they're on it, and I think they can nick it high up the pitch there and maybe cough up the ball and force chances.
It wasn't just losing track of where the ball was ever so slightly. Still can't get it away. Now Cohen's in the area here. This is dangerous for Wellington. And Isaac Hughes has come across and has won a free kick. Andreas Cohen isn't entirely convinced.
I think he's not convinced because he feels he should have done better with his touch, to be honest. A player of his ability, he's had a good start to this game. I think if he brings this down, it's a turn and a slide across the box. It's a tapping at the far post. Good defending in the end from Hughes.
Wellington clear out, and LB Kelly Heald is going to go long again with this one by the looks. Rufer and Rattray playing short passes to one another. They'll go back to Kelly Heald. Next, Caputo just having a bit of trouble getting into the game. Iffy, the young centre forward for Melbourne City.
Yeah, not really had too much ball. I mean, we talked about City happy to have it. Tilio and Atkinson are the guys in and around the box, but Caputo not really getting an opportunity to stretch his legs because of the way the game is going.
Cohen with the shot. Straight into Isaac Hughes. Bajic will look to recycle. Rahmani. Melbourne City is short in possession, as has been their trend this season. Almost taken a deflection and actually took it closer to Kelly Hill probably than the original trajectory of the cross.
I think finally going back to Caputo there, I think as a forward in a team like this, you've just got to stay on your toes because there's so many playmakers and a chance is always going to be coming.
Just a brief stoppage in play here. Bit of blood coming from the nose of Isaac Hughes. Referee Tim Danaskis wants that mopped up. He's grown into the season, Isaac Hughes, hasn't he? He had a challenging start, made a couple of errors which led to goals, and I think maybe we're starting to feel the pressure ever so slightly, but to give the young man his due, he's bounced back and looks as though he'll be in that centre-back role for most of the rest of the season.
Yeah, somebody Piney we've had on the aftermatch show a couple of times, and I've really liked his attitude. Happy to front foot it and say, yeah, you know, not been good enough, but stand up and say what you need to do to be better. He's happy to go and do the work, and Cheapy's reiterated that as well in his chats with us.
So he's not on the field at the moment. So he's going to put a new shirt on. He's gone from 15 to 50, 5-0, because of blood on the number 15. Waiting for his re-entry, which happens now. There he is, bottom of screen, and 50. Sutton, forward towards Walker. Ferreira had the angles right. Very competent defending there from Melbourne City. Given away, though, to Payne. In turn, gives it away to Tilio.
I'm just starting to open up a little bit, getting a little bit stretched now.
Bajic always happy to lend a hand in attack. Rahmani. It's not quite on the same wavelength as Kuhn. And Lolo Retro, I think, was looking for Nathan Walker, but again, the pass was a bit misplaced.
It's those moments, Piney, that are so important. You've you know, been in the trenches a little bit, not had a touch of the ball, it breaks here. Can you find a yellow shirt? Make it stick for 2 or 3 passes. It's not always got to be a counter-attack straight away.
Melbourne City continue to dominate possession and territory. Wellington have soaked up everything so far. More work to do now, though, with Tilio on the ball. Takes it to the byline, less favoured right foot. And Elby Kelly healed, falls gratefully upon it.
Really nice touch here. He sucks the player in, yeah, as if he's going to go, and he chops down to the right. On his weak side, it's not a bad ball. If someone's going across the near, getting across the goalkeeper's eye line, something can happen, but really impressed with that first touch there. Take it away from the defender.
The 8th game against Wellington for Marco Tilio. 5 wins and 2 draws in the previous 7, 6 goals. So he likes playing against the Phoenix. Geraldes, Walker, and now Rufer putting a bit of pressure on. Barbarouses has dropped a bit deeper. Again, Rufer goes to deck to try and win possession, but Melbourne City with good composure. And now they turn defence into attack through Bajic. Rahmani. Bajic again. Kuhn. Bajic in the area. Corner results.
Really smart football again there, Piney. There's some good stuff happening down the left-hand side. It's a little give and go. Again, not tracking the runner. The Phoenix are going to come unstuck if they don't start tracking runners. It's a fantastic no-look pass around the corner. Hint of a tug on the shirt as well on Bajic. I think that's what he was complaining about.
Corner results. Second of the evening. Kuhn to take this one as well. And the delivery is good, and it flashes across goal from the head of Kai Truan. No touch from Kelly Heald because it's a goal kick. second opportunity for Melbourne City from the head of one of their players.
That's a fantastic ball in again, and gets a really good head on it, heads it down. Oh, you can't ask for much more. There's nobody really following in, is probably the only thing. Kuhn again, though, great delivery. He's had a fantastic game so far.
Well, he's only scored twice in 121 A-League men's matches, Kai True, and one of them was from the penalty spot last weekend. So, what's that? 1 in 119 games before that. Almost had 2 and 2.
Maybe I'm being a bit tough on him then, thinking he should definitely score from there. Look, it was a really good header. Unlucky not to get it on target.
There's the left-hand side of Melbourne City being used for the majority of their attacks. It's interesting, isn't it? Because we've talked a lot about Marco Tillia up and down the right, but only 20% of the time have Melbourne City had that ball down the right-hand side. Yeah, they've enjoyed a lot of time down the left. I think the thing is, when it gets to Tilio, he's so good on the ball, it feels like he's on it more than he actually is. But it's really been Bajic and the like down the left-hand side. Giraldes, lovely pass out to Walker. Can he find space? Sutton. Walker again, Sheridan. Wotton changes the point of attack and aims for Tim Payne and finds him. Bajic is over there. Payne gets away from Bajic. A couple in the area to aim at. Corner results off Cyprian. Well, Tim Payne. Little nutmeg, was it, on Isuzu Bajic? I think he got a little bit lucky, but we're giving the benefit of the doubt. It's a fantastic switch of play from Scott Wotton. It was clearly on. Has he got the range to hit it? Of course he has. Tim Payne does well to pick it up here. I think it gets the old 1-2 off the defender. Yep, there we go. It's a great run from Costa here, but look, I think, again, Giraldes is the next one in. Once Costa makes that run across the near, fill the second 6-yard box and let somebody else do the edge of the box. First corner of the evening for Wellington Phoenix. Sam Sutton going to wrap his left foot around this one. A crowded 6-yard area towards the penalty spot and easily cleared, only as far as Retray. Wellington are going to have to recalibrate through Sheridan. Out towards Sutton, who couldn't quite bring it down, and the attack fizzles out. Yeah, for me there, I think when it goes back and you've still got numbers in the box, your first thought is just get it back in there. It's all very well trying to get it wide for a different angle, but if you can get it back in the box with numbers around it, looking for that second phase ball maybe. So no Hideki Ishiga in the starting lineup this evening for Wellington Phoenix. Giraldes is in the area. Chico Giraldes. Did he foul a defender? Yes, says the referee. Free kick coming the way of Melbourne City. It's Bajic who was fouled by Giraldes. Yeah, decent ball in by Retray there, and Giraldes just couldn't get his feet right. I think if he gets his feet right there, there's a little pass across the box and maybe a tap in. Is it just on Ishiga, who's been an ever-present in the starting 11 this season? He's carrying a little niggle and is only on the bench tonight. There's Walker. That's Sheridan. Wellington looking for some forward motion down the right-hand side. Was Retray fair there? Maybe. But Tim Danaska says you've got the ball play on. Unfortunately, possession period doesn't last very long. Over the last couple of minutes, the Phoenix have looked much more controlled, much more composed. And I think, again, Tim Payne there will be thinking, you know, why have I gone for a 50-yard diagonal when there was an easy pass on and we were enjoying a bit of time on the ball. No Stephen Ugarkovic for Melbourne City this evening. Had the 2022-23 season here at Wellington Phoenix, very popular member of the side. Played all 27 matches that season, just recovering from a hamstring injury. No doubt watching on from Melbourne. Wish you all the best, Stevie. Hope to see you back out playing soon. This one's aimed for Barbarousis. Can Walker pick up the scraps? No, Ferreira was well aware of where the ball was. Hughes climbed high to try and win that one over the top of a Melbourne City player. He's okay, gets up. Rufer draws the foul. He's had a good 35 minutes or so, Alex Rufer.
I just think as a back four, when you've got him in front, he's always willing to make an angle, be an option, take it in tight areas. And I think, you know, again, as a defender, that's so nice to be able to look up and know that your captain's in there, give it to him. Even if he's in tight, he'll look after it for us. And
a green sideline, 10 minutes to go until half-time. Greeny trying to pick out where the momentum of the football match is. Possession territory, certainly with Melbourne City. Actually, hold that thought, because here's Sheridan. And radar off from Matt Sheridan. How does it feel down there, Greeny?
Yeah, look, it does feel like more of a balanced affair. I think the Phoenix have grown into this game. As Paul said, having Rufer in there means that it is a different Phoenix lineup. They're able to build an attack, and I think if they're able to get the ball into Costa and Giraldes a bit higher, it looks like they could unlock the City back four.
That was a decent chance there, Piney, for Sheridan. I think you probably don't want it to fall to your more defensive midfielder.
He hasn't scored for Wellington Phoenix. A good opportunity. You see it on replay from behind, and there seems to be an awful lot of goal to aim at. You've still got to get it in there, though, don't you?
Yeah, look, I mean, it sounds easy from here. I didn't score too many from outside the box, but I think, you know, he's got to hit the target. Got to make the keeper work from there. Probably had an opportunity to take a couple of steps in as well.
Schreiber picks up possession for Melbourne City. Truan. Now Tilio. Zane Schreiber reinstalled to the starting 11 tonight. The former Australian under-20 international. Crowd starting to find their voice. Giancarlo Italiano directing traffic in his technical area. Here's Tilio just in a smidgen of space, but it closes quickly. Wellington looking to break quickly, perhaps, and Sutton's part of that equation. The scraps falling the way of Melbourne City, and they quite happily mop up at the back. They are a very good defensive side, aren't they?
I think that's where they've been great, Piney. You know, you talk about their defensive record this season, but if you look at the long balls up to Costa, he's so isolated. They're first to every second ball, and it makes such a difference because you can just start your attack pretty quickly again from there, and there's no messing about. Bodies around the ball, get hold of it again and start going again.
And 2 attempts at goal for Wellington Phoenix in the first 38 minutes. Neither has tested Patrick Beach. City come again through Kuhn, now Truan. Over towards Tilio in the penalty area. Watch those dancing feet into an opponent, and now Atkinson towards the near post, and Kelly Hield was in good position, then runs into Andreas Kuhn.
At the size of Tim Danaskos, I don't think he'd have moved if that had been the same contact there. He's clearly ran across his line there. He's had a little look for him.
We can get going again. Payne trying to head it into the path of Rattray. Truan gets it. Melbourne City keep it alive, and Kuhn gets a lucky bounce this time. Driving into the penalty area, Andreas Kuhn, but forced wide by Sheridan. Still there for Rahmani. On the edge for Schreiber, didn't find its way through to him. Walker can't find Giraldes. Tilio. Rahmani. Tilio towards the far post. Will defeat the touchline. Well, Nathan Walker misplaced the pass right in front of his coach. I'm not sure you want to be doing that very often.
As a former winger, you definitely don't want to be doing that. You want to do that on the other side if you get the opportunity. I think there that what was missed in all of that, Piney, there was a fantastic touch by Rufer right on the edge of the box, and I think if he doesn't make that touch, it's probably a touch and finish from the edge of the box.
Yeah, his influence has been noticeable. The returning captain of Wellington Phoenix, Alex Rufer, will certainly be hoping to be back here in a few weeks' time in an all-white shirt. When New Zealand face Fiji in the semi-finals of Oceania World Cup qualifying here at Sky Stadium. A number of Phoenix players hoping to get their name called in Darren Bazley's squad for the final push towards next year's World Cup. Again, Melbourne City probe down the left-hand side. Truant. Now Ferreira. Tilio. Instead of options in that little pocket of space there, Marco Tilio, so they'll go left again. Bajic. And as far as Rattray, and Wellington will clear this one away. Geraldus has got a lot of work to do to hold on to that, but does it well. Rattray asking Barbarouses to chase, beaches all the way out.
Again, a decent run from Costa, but no bodies around him, and if the ball is not absolutely spot on, it's always going to come back.
Ferreira. Rahmani. Bajic with Truant. And as his Bajic thought he might have been impeded in his run to get the return pass there, and to get Wellington just a little bit sloppy passing it out from the back.
Yeah, I think if they can fix that, I think they can keep themselves in the game, or, you know, take the lead here. I think the opportunities to counter-attack are definitely there, but I think they're trying to go forward too quickly. Make the first couple of passes stick after you've not had it for a while, and hopefully those opportunities will come.
Costa Barbarouses has nipped in here to try and win possession. It's back with Melbourne City, though. The Phoenix have just one win in their last 10 matches against Melbourne City, 7 defeats and 2 draws in the other 9. The win was a 1-0 victory at Go Media Stadium up in Auckland last season. Here's Caputo with a rare opportunity, which is quickly snuffed out. Connections just not happening in the opposition half for Wellington Phoenix. They're doing a lot of playing without the ball.
You can just see Costa throwing his hands up there. He's looking for some support. The ball keeps going up to him. He's trying to do everything on his own. Same with when he's pressing. You know, they're pressing in the 2 at times and being played around, being played through. It's a difficult gig up top.
This one's in the penalty area. Scott Wootton, a little touch to Kelly Heald, who puts the big right boot through it. Suprayan brings his captain Bajic in. Into the final 90 seconds or so of regulation time at the end of the first half. Bajic continues his run. And another corner coming the way of the visitors.
I think Bajic had a really good half. Really happy to link up, play inside, run outside, little balls round corners. He's happy to get to the byline. And again here, little underlap. Rattray sees him, probably a step or two too late. Obviously does get a touch on it in the end. They've enjoyed a lot of play down the left-hand side, and I think that's where the goal could come from.
Can they capitalise in the final minute of regulation time in this first half? Cohen's delivery again, out towards the edge. Geraldus takes it away from Schreiber. Rattray with a header. Schreiber helps it forward again. Bit of head tennis. Caputo can't get a touch towards Rachmani, and Tim Payne will mop up.
Nobody seems to be able to get that under control. Tim Payne in the right place to just take a bit of pressure off. I think for the Phoenix now, they've just got to see this through for the last 2 or 3 minutes, get in, and Chippy can rally the troops, make a few changes, look at how they can get themselves into the game for the second half.
Yeah, Luke Brooks-Smith will be itching for an opportunity, no doubt. Having scored a goal off the bench last weekend against Auckland FC. Kelvin Berg, fourth official, with his first duty as an A-League official. 2 extra minutes minimum to be played. We're in those now. Schreiber. Cohen! Got it out from under his feet in the penalty arc, but couldn't find the target.
Yeah, good closing down in the end by Hughes. I think he was a little bit too far away, but he gave absolutely everything to get there. Yeah, might just have put him off in the motion.
So Melbourne City have, without doubt, had the majority of the chances. A couple of headers that flashed wide, probably the best of them.
Yeah, they definitely look the most likely, but I do think this is a game, we talk about Brooks-Smith off the bench, but how fit is Marco Rojas? This is a game that if you can get him in and around Costa with Geraldez, I think that could make things happen. So, you know, if I'm Marco on the bench, I'm thinking, right, get me out there.
Well, he was fit enough for 20 minutes last week. Ball on the edge, though, and here are Melbourne City and Max Caputo. Any touch probably would have done for the 19-year-old, and he couldn't make contact.
It's a terrible clearance from Wootton, and same from Hughes. He's definitely on. Oh, any touch is probably a goal. And we talked about Caputo earlier, and he's waited 45 odd minutes for that opportunity, and there it was, and he wasn't ready.
Yeah, presented to him by some very, very substandard defending by Wellington Phoenix. They've got out of jail, though, and look as though they'll go to the break all square. We're in the hands of Tim Danaskis, who brings the whistle to the lips and brings the first half to a close. Under the Friday night lights, Melbourne City have come here with good intent. Wellington Phoenix, for the most part, have soaked up all of the pressure without really troubling Patrick Beach at the other end. Alex Rufer, a welcome re-entry to the starting 11 for him. And Chico Giraldes has played his part. There's your half-time score at Sky Stadium. Goalless between the Wellington Phoenix and Melbourne City.
fans, you can take some heart. The Knicks so far showing themselves to be up to the challenge of Melbourne City. 0-0 is the scoreline at halftime under the Friday night lights here at Sky Stadium in Te Whanganui, Atara. Anna Green with me for halftime today. Anna, what changes have you seen from the derby week to what you're seeing for the Knicks tonight?
Yeah, look, I think they've made some subtle changes. So far, you can see that the back four for the Phoenix have really narrowed off. They're quite happy to give City the width. That means that when balls do come in, they've got numbers behind. They've got numbers in there to be able to snuff out any sort of chances, which is what they were so susceptible to last week. So it's been great to see. And I think, in all honesty, having Rufer and Retre in the midfield, it's a different team for the Phoenix. And we've seen that in the results so far.
We'll delve into Rufer particularly a little bit later. First of all, though, let's have a look at some of the chances for each of the teams that we have seen here tonight, because while it is goalless so far, there have been some opportunities.
Yeah, that one in the box, we had Talio coming through there, and he will be wanting that one back again. You can see it there. They're giving them space out wide, letting them run into the box, and then, man, it's that last-ditch defending that is so key for the Phoenix, as always.
And then when it comes to the Phoenix as well, they've had the odd opportunity, but the finishing just hasn't been there.
Yeah, look, that was an unreal ball into Barbarouses, a great run to take him beyond the entire back four, but you've got to have numbers in the box.
Yes, indeed, as we look at another one of the opportunities that Melbourne City had going back to the Knicks on this one too. What did you see here? Yeah,
look, Tim Payne does great work there with a bit of luck, but you don't mind that, but there's got to be more numbers in the box there. You know, the chances have been few and far between for the Knicks, but they've got to commit people forward.
Yeah, it'll certainly be very interesting to see what the halftime stats do end up showing up. This one later in the half as well, coming through, and I think I heard Paul Eiffel say a number of times on commentary, oh, if you just got a touch to that, if you just got a touch to that.
They've got to be a bit more resolute with their clearances there, but managed to come away with it. And if we're looking at the stats there, I think there's probably not too many surprises. The number of passes there, City have had most of the possession, so that's something you'd be expecting. I think the Phoenix are quite happy with that, to sit back and allow them to have the ball there. The touches in the opposition box, again, you can see that the Phoenix haven't got that many. They're not getting the numbers forward, and we'll talk about it later on, but the way that the City defenders have managed to get forward has been so crucial for their attack so far.
I want to talk first of all, though, about some of the defensive work being put in by the Phoenix. You mentioned Paulo Retre, Alex Rufer being back, being there together in the midfield, and what a difference that has made. Alex Rufer in particularly, what are you liking about his work?
He is always so robust in that midfield. You can see how wide he is there. He's so happy to go out, to cover the fullback, to provide any support that they need. You know, you give the ball away, he's going to be there. He's going to be putting his body on the line and winning tackles left, right and centre, and it's made such a difference to the Phoenix performance.
Yeah, and just having that leadership, that experience, that I guess that solid presence must make such a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see they're playing with confidence. They're able to retain possession on that first touch, the second touch, which really allows the Phoenix to get in their formation, which they were sorely missing last week. So they've had potential to build attacks, and it's a nice change from last week.
From one captain to the other then, Aziz Bayach has also been such a crucial linking piece for this Melbourne City side and what they're trying to do.
Yeah, he's had the luxury of being able to arrive late, and I think the way that the Phoenix have pinched their back four means that there's so much space out wide, and because they're so tight, you need players that are willing to get on the ball, play 1-2 touches, and get creative. He likes playing in tight spaces, and he's been key to, I'd say, the majority of City's attacks so far.
Yeah, he's kind of almost an understated in a way when you look at some of the flashier guys around him, and then you come to game time and you go, wow, he is so necessary to everything that they are doing. Andreas Cohen as well is another player that I wanted to highlight. What are you seeing from him?
Yeah, he's been great up front so far. He's got such a presence, the ability to turn, to beat one player, find support there. He's always off shoulders, and I think that's so key to players that are playing in those forward positions, is the ability to find space, find pockets, and get turned early. That's been a key to his success today.
It's been an early onslaught here from City in terms of the possession stakes, in terms of, as you mentioned, the touches in the opposition box. It'll be fascinating to see what they come out with after the break, the Knicks to try and now counter that. Just quickly before I move on, how soon do you want to see Marco Rojas?
Oh, I would love to see him playing with Chico, playing with Barbarosas. I think them as a trio are going to be key for the Phoenix. But you know what? The boys have been doing so well. I'd let them settle into the second half, give it 10 minutes. I think Walker potentially coming off, Brooks Smith going on is a good shout, but I'd give them a few minutes first before I was bringing any sort of changes.
Oh, well, we can't wait to see him back out there when he does get out there. Plenty of other content to look forward to on Sky as well, including The White Lotus. Season 3 of the HBO original series is streaming now on Max, available on Neon, with a new episode dropping every Monday at 4 p.m. Plans start from just $12.99 a month. Sign up now at neontv.co.nz. And ACC Does Game of Two Halves is back. Laura McGoldrick, Malazza Girl, will be the quizmaster, corralling a multi-talented rotating team of sport-mad comedians, broadcasters and athletes, representing a mix of established and up-and-coming talent. That's free to view on Thursdays, 8:30 on Sky Open. And Viva Waz Vegas! The Waz go global as they head to Vegas to take on the Raiders in their opening match of the season. Tune in for the spectacle Sunday, the 2nd of March from 12:30 on Sky Sport 1. For now, though, do not go anywhere. Can the Knicks open the scoring here at Sky Stadium and send the Phoenix faithful into whirls of delight? We will find out. It's 0-0 at halftime.
The Friday night lights in full effect here in front of a boisterous crowd. We should mention Yellow Fever. They really didn't stop singing and chanting and stamping their feet for the entire first 45 minutes. Wellington Phoenix women's defender Rebecca Lake recovering from an injury at the moment. We hope to see her back out there soon. Keeping a keen eye on the men's team. A change for Melbourne City. We'll get confirmation in a moment that Matthew Leckie has made his entrance. That is a big change for Melbourne City. He's going to take the place of Zane Schreiber. So Melbourne City will start the second half the way they started the first half in the derby. Matthew Leckie with 45 minutes. That'll change things up a bit, I think.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the go was with Leckie. Played ever so well last week. Has he got a knock? Is he on limited minutes? Not sure. So, be an interesting one. But if he's the Matthew Leckie of old, the Phoenix are going to have to keep a close eye on him tonight.
Yeah, brought up 100 games in the A-League men's. Matthew Leckie last weekend in the derby. 4th season at Melbourne City. 3 World Cups. Still in the Socceroos frame. And out here for 45 minutes tonight as the second half is nearly underway, is now. And Wellington Phoenix all in yellow, attacking the goal to right of screen. That is the city end, the southern end of Sky Stadium. Melbourne City in the dark strip, heading back towards the left of your screen. There is a small knot of Melbourne City support at that end. And Melbourne City are now heading towards them. Nazis Bajic was prominent in the first half. There's confirmation of the change. Leckie in for Schreiber. Not really like for like, is it, Ivy? They're quite different players. Schreiber probably a deeper lying midfielder than Matthew Leckie.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a show of intent, to be honest. You've got an out-and-out goal scorer on the pitch who can also create as well. So it'll be interesting to see where he's employed.
Melbourne City start the second half on the front foot. See Matthew Leckie up in sort of a front two alongside Max Caputo in there at the moment. Here's Rachmani into the area. Wooten with the header away. Bajic on the edge. Thought about the shot, Aziz Bajic. Or towards the far post. This time it's Sutton with the header. So Wellington under pressure early in the second half, although Nathan Walker might be able to ease that pressure valve just ever so slightly.
I think for get my teeth back in, Piney, sorry, 1 second. For Caputo, I think it'll be really important for Leckie up the top with him. I think he'll get opportunities now.
Rachmani into the 6-yard area. Cohen pulls it back. Leckie didn't quite have it where he wanted.
I think somebody of Leckie's stature and experience, the likes of Wooten, are going to have to keep a close eye on him, which might mean Caputo gets chances here.
And they come again, Melbourne City. They've really come out fast and fizzing in the second half. Leckie in the action. Tilio, Marco Tilio, and Kelly Hill, too hot to handle. Pushes it behind for a corner.
Yeah, Tilio picks up a really nice position here, just sort of drifts in. No one's really picked him up. He's in a position where he can just take a little touch and shot. It's a nice strike on a wet surface.
The combination between Leckie and Tilio. Always going to keep opposition defenders on their toes. Corner results, which Cohen will take. Crowded 6-yard area. Wooten got the final header on it. Cyprian will see that out for another corner.
Again, good delivery from Cohen. Really nice tail on it. Into a good area. And it's that man Wooten again.
He's been a rock in the heart of Wellington Phoenix's defence, and in fact in the middle of their team in a very challenging season. Scott Wooten off contract at the end of this season, so his future beyond May is yet to be decided. Tim Danaskis wants to have a chat to the assembled throng.
I think there'll be plenty of suitors for Scott Wootton if he decides that he's going to make a change.
Cohen again drills this one in on the edge. Geraldez helps it away. Costa Barbarouses the chance for a bit of a mini break here, but he can't beat Bajic. Wins the throw.
Only really one runner there for Costa, and that was Geraldez through the middle. Needed a few more bodies to be going beyond.
First goal likely to be crucial if this season is anything to go by. Neither side has lost this season after opening the scoring. No goals yet on Friday night in Wellington. First of a double-header tonight. We're off to Gosford next for the Mariners and Western United, Auckland FC and Adelaide United tomorrow. Start a triple-header, Brisbane Roar, Melbourne Victory at Suncorp, Macarthur against Sydney FC at Campbelltown. And then at CommBank on Sunday, the Western Sydney Wanderers up against Perth Glory, Newcastle with the bye this weekend. They're calling tomorrow a top-of-the-table clash, which at the moment it is, but if Melbourne City were to win this game, they would go second ahead of Adelaide for the meantime anyway. Caputo leaves it for Tilio! And Marco Tilio, against his favourite opponent, scores yet again. 7 goals in 8 games against Wellington Phoenix. And 5 minutes into the second half, the visitors take a 1-0 lead.
That's a fantastic finish, Piney. On his trusty left foot, hits it into the ground and lets the ground do the work, really. Really difficult for the goalkeeper there. What I did like is he had to stay connected with the play because it looked like it wasn't actually going to get to him. It's an underhit pass, Payne can't get there. This is a nice little ball. And then Tilio arrives from deep. Fantastic finish.
That sucked a bit of energy out of the stadium. Cohen played it across. Interesting note, do you think he was aiming for Caputo?
No, I don't think he was. Sorry, I do, Pony. I think you're right. I think he was going for Caputo and he's just overcooked it. And I think that's allowed the little gap for Tilio just to arrive into. Again, not following runners, and he does the rest.
Goals in back-to-back games for Marco Tilio, 22 all up in the A-League men's now, and as I said before, neither of these two sides have lost when they've opened the scoring. Melbourne City have now scored first 13 times, that's the joint most in the comp, winning 8 and drawing 4 of the previous 12. Only once have Wellington come back to win a game after falling behind this season. In their favour, still plenty of time as Costa Barbarouses tries to get away from Cyprian and can't retain possession.
Yeah, look, the stats don't read too well. It's going to be really, really difficult. Cohen again. Yeah, looking at it again, Piney, he's definitely gone for Caputo. But so smart for Tilio to be following in there. And a fantastic finish by a guy who's in really good form on the back of his injury.
Here come Melbourne City again. Matthew Leckie is dragged to deck, and I thought I heard a whistle, but they'll carry on. Maybe it was taken quickly. Tilio is looking to seize upon this one from Leckie, can't.
Again, though, Tilio taking up a nice position. He's not hanging out on the wing anymore. He's tucked in enough. And when the Phoenix players are looking this way, he's in a position on the blind side. If the ball had been right for Leckie into Tilio there, it's probably 2-0.
Matt Sheridan just a bit worse for wear. Wellington's substitutes are now warming up behind the goal that they're attacking down at the city end of Sky Stadium. Plenty of options for Giancarlo Italiano in an attacking sense. He's got Hideki Ishiga on there, Marco Rojas, Luke Brooks-Smith, so he does have some artillery.
I'd like to see a double change, Piney, and then really go for it.
Anna Greener's sideline. A real sucker punch for Wellington Phoenix with the goal from Tilio there. Greenie, what are you sensing sideline from both of these coaches now?
Yeah, look, I think Phoenix are going to have to change something up. They were looking hard-pressed to score in the first half, and that was quite all right when you're 0-0, but now that you're behind, I think they're going to have to inject some new life into the game for sure.
We saw Giancarlo Italiano making some notes. Tim Payne looking to bring some attacking impetus to the Phoenix's right-hand side. No way through, though. They have to go back. Geraldes didn't see as much of him in the second half, but that was clever in the centre circle. Brings Tim Payne in. Walker and Barbarouses in the penalty area. Over the top of Walker. Sutton is well advanced. Sheridan. Rufer. Rattray looking for the little reverse pass for Payne.
Just not quite on the same wavelength. I actually think Payne probably should have gone for that one. I think the minute he takes his touch back the way, he's looking for this. Yeah. Payne's sort of doubled, looks as if he's going to go. He's got his head down, and when he's played the pass, he's not there. Yeah, Payne's giving the big thumbs up. Payne knows he should have gone. Getting good play in the midfield, though, by Geraldes. Getting the ball under, spreading it out wide. They've got to get the ball into him.
There's your live ladder. So, as mentioned, if Melbourne City were to get all 3 points tonight, they would go ahead of Adelaide on goal difference. Adelaide, of course, would have the opportunity tomorrow to make up that ground, but Auckland FC, with victory, would go 11 points clear of the chasing pack. We'll have that game for you tomorrow, obviously. Auckland FC against Adelaide. They'll build up from 4:30 with kick-off at 5. There's Rachmani. Cohen. Little touch into Bajic. As does Bajic continue with the ball and wins the corner.
Yeah, the more I watch with Cohen, Piney, lovely little touches, really smart footballer, the way he brought the ball down there and then a little flick over the top, and this little flick into the box here. It's a good touch from Bajic. Oh, probably gets one in the face from Rufer there, to be honest. Does enough to win the corner.
Yeah, Andreas Cohen has been a welcome re-addition for Melbourne City as well, having sat out for a period of time with injury. He's been on corners all night. Rips another one in. Radio Vidmar will be relatively satisfied, no doubt, with what he's seeing, particularly at the start of the second half. The injection of Leckie, while not directly involved in the goal, has certainly led to some momentum, which has seen the visitors take the lead.
Yeah, I think they've started the second half really well, Piney, to be honest. Really started on the front foot. Like you said, not directly from Leckie, but I think the fact that he's just out there means that the Knicks have got to keep an eye on him, and that will mean others will get an opportunity. The likes of Caputo having a bit of a better time. Tilio's been at it all night, but to get somebody of Leckie's experience up with him is going to make a big difference.
Yeah, when you combine Tilio, Leckie and Cohen together, it's a pretty compelling proposition, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jonathan Cohen still to come back as well. So Melbourne City setting themselves up for a run at the 6 and high up the 6 in the final third of the regular season. Here's Truan. Cohen drops off the line. Sees the run from Matt Leckie. Well, it was just a little glance between the two of them, wasn't it? Cohen and Leckie on the same wavelength.
Yeah, like, again, going back to Cohen, he's just so lackadaisical almost. He looks like it's just so easy. He's shaped it, he's had a little look, and then Leckie's made the run, like you said, a little glance and put it in exactly the right area, really. Somebody of Lecky's ability probably needs to hit the target there. Looks like the Knicks are about to ring the changes here, Piney.
Yeah, double change coming. Luke Brooksmith and Corbin Piper going to enter the fray. There he is, the freshly anointed youngest goal scorer in Phoenix history, into the action in place of Nathan Walker. And Corbin Piper is going to take the place of Bolo Rattray for the final 30 minutes or so here.
Certainly with those two, it will inject a bit of energy, Piney. Hopefully a little bit of quality as well.
So Luke Brooksmith has taken up a position on the left-hand side for Wellington, which was where Walker was. As far as Piper is concerned, does he come into a right-back position and push Tim Payne a bit further forward?
Yeah, it certainly looks like that. When he came on, he looked like he was going into the right-back spot and then swapped quickly with Payne, and then he swapped back again, so we'll keep an eye on that one.
And certainly an all-purpose footballer, Corbin Piper. I think he just does what he's told as far as position is concerned. Here's Cohen again. And Piper's intervention stops that one from entering the penalty area.
Yeah, he's great for Chiefy. Chiefy can play him anywhere. He knows what he's going to get. You know, all action, all over the pitch. Happy to chip in wherever is needed.
Melbourne City go all the way back to Beach.
I think Piney, Marco Rojas might have just had the call from Chiefy. He's just come back to the bench, having a couple of sips of his drink. Hopefully we will see him introduced shortly.
Well spotted, I think. As Luke Brooksmith puts a bit of pressure on Patrick Beach. Geraldes, another little back heel, a little touch of quality from the Portuguese. Rufer playing the ball forward for the run of Payne. Beach has best position.
I think for Geraldes, there's 3 back heels, 3 completed back heels. But again, a nice little bit of flair there. The pass from Rufer was a little bit better. Payne was in.
Geraldes again on the ball. Looking for help down the left. Just about gets it from Brooksmith, who can't quite hold on to it under pressure from Tilio. Max Caputo has dropped all the way back to try and get involved in the game, and now charges forward. Ball at feet. Lecky. Tilio. Caputo can't get the shot away, and Wellington just about scramble it clear.
Again, good play from Lecky. Linking up with Tilio. An unfortunate Caputo there. Couldn't quite get his shot off.
And foul on Rufer just outside Wellington's penalty area.
Pretty smart play from Rufer there. There was not much on in terms of a pass forward. Just decided he'd protect the ball and make sure he could draw the foul.
And to Barbarouses, who gets a shove in the back from Ferreira, who protests his innocence. Wellington worked their way a bit higher up the pitch.
That was a really nice ball from Hughes there. Little reverse ball into Costa. He's come off the front. Definitely got a kick for his trouble.
Ferreira, the Argentinian centre-back. So Geraldes has dropped back to address the set piece. Quite narrow. Plenty of yellow shirts to aim at in the penalty area. Piper is there. Hughes helps it back into the area. Wooten couldn't quite get the purchase he was after. So the defenders all combining, Piper, Hughes and Wooten.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for Wooten there. It was just too lofty, the ball. It was really difficult to get any power on it. He's right underneath it. He's done well to get anything on it, to be honest.
Again, plenty of volume around this ground. You have to hand it to Yellow Fever and the wider Wellington Phoenix fan base. They could easily have dropped their heads after last weekend. But fandom, as we all know, is a roller coaster. You have to ride the ups and downs, I think.
Absolutely, take the rough with the smooth. I think that's always been the case here. But I think you can see tonight that the Knicks players have really put in a shift. Not enough quality at times, and I think you look at the way City have shaped up, I think they've got a bit more quality in their squad. And that's just where they are right now. But I think the Knicks have really put in a shift today. And things could still be different. There's still, you know, probably half an hour to go here. The two subs have made a little bit of a difference. I think if they can get Marco Rose on shortly, he's somebody that could break this game open.
Can you see anything sideline, Anna Green, that might suggest that Marco Rojas is getting a bib off and getting himself ready for action?
In all honesty, Piney, I think you probably have a better view than me, but would love to see Rojas injected into this game.
Luke Brooks-Smith charging after that one. Scored his first A-League men's goal on his mum's birthday last Saturday. There's Rakamani looking to free up Caputo, who gives a bit of a shove on the back. Has that one got away from him?
One thing I can tell you, I can see Marco, and he's not taking his eyes off the Phoenix bench. He's waiting for the call, waiting for Chiefy to make a decision.
I guess I should say it's a matter of how many minutes Giancarlo Italiano assesses that Marco Rojas has in his legs. So if he goes on now, he's got, what, 25 minutes plus stoppages, so let's say half an hour. It's whether Chiefy thinks that he's got that in his legs.
I think it's one of those moments, Piney, where the season's running out. I think you've got to roll the dice and hope that he can get through. Maybe 20 minutes of Marco Rojas at, you know, near top tilt might be enough to get them back into this game.
Challenges flying in midfield. Scott Wotton wins the latest one under an illegal challenge from Max Caputo.
You can see it's finally balanced. Both teams still having a right go here. Not too many chances in the last few minutes. A lot being played in the middle of the park. Nobody can really get the ball under. It's become a little bit scrappy.
Hughes with the switch of play over towards Brooks-Smith, who wins the header, and Sheridan chases on to it. Ferreira and Sheridan together. And goal kick the result.
Good switch, and the young fella gets up really well actually to head it beyond. And as you can hear from the Yellow Fever, I don't think they're too pleased with this one. I think Danascos actually gets it right.
The sheet remains clean for Melbourne City. As mentioned, they are the second best defensively by goals conceded. Been watertight for 3/4 of this game so far. That tells the story, that stat. Just the 78 passes in Melbourne City's half for the Wellington Phoenix. And another one there from Payne to Piper. And another one from Piper back to Payne. In the area, Barbarouses. Now Brooks-Smith. Can he get it out from under his feet? He can. But straight into a defender. Help back into the penalty area. Piper! What a save, Beach! That is save of the season stuff from Patrick Beach.
Oh, I was out of my seat, Piney. That was a goal, all ends up. Piper arrives really late. Little shove on the defender just to get some space. And it's a fantastic header. In fact, Piper starts the play down the right-hand side. Makes his way back into the box after the shot from Brooks-Smith. It's a fantastic ball from Sutton. Oh my God, what a save. There's nothing more that Piper can do there. So it's a perfect header. Headed it down. It's going into the corner. What a save.
Well, Patrick Beach claimed the number one spot at the start of this season. Jamie Young, of course, was here, but couldn't get a look in. Has since retired. Patrick Beach has played every minute of the season so far, and that is right out of the top drawer from the Melbourne City stopper. Still, Wellington will gain confidence from the creation of the chance. Brooke Smith hears after another one and wins possession. Can't find a teammate, just the inexperience a little bit on Luke Brooke Smith. Now, there's a yellow card coming here as a couple of players come together, and Giraldes earns his first yellow ticket in the A-League men's.
Yeah, a little bit of push and shove, but going back to Brooke Smith there, what I really liked was not a great ball up to him, but 16 years old, he's happy to use his strength, hold the ball up, goes on a little run, little mazy run, which we love to see, and it's just having that wherewithal to find the right pass at the end of the run. But again, 16 years old, that's going to come. So much to like about the young man.
So just a correction there, that was a yellow card for Alex Rufer, not Giraldes. Just the third yellow card of the season for Alex Rufer. I'm going to see Harry Politidis introduced into the action for Kavian Rahmani. So Politidis in for his 30th A-League men's appearance.
Don't stop playing!
And the yellow shirt at the bottom of the screen, I think, belongs to Marco Rojas. So there's confirmation of Politidis into the action for Rahmani. So Marco Rojas will enter the fray at the next stoppage in place of Chico Giraldes. Piper flies in, so too Sheridan. Throw in the way of Melbourne City, and the change can be made now. So Chico Giraldes gets through 71 minutes in his home debut and makes way for Marco Rojas.
Definitely a good home debut for Chico. Some really, really nice touches. Did look like he was tiring towards the end. And obviously been talking about getting Rojas on, so I think it's a good change, positive change for the Phoenix.
So Rojas, Barbarouses, Brooke Smith, now the attacking players on the field for Wellington. Awkward bounce for Wootton, but he does well to clear Wellington's lines. Thought he might have been caught in the act of clearing that away. Politidis can't get onto that one from Bajic, and now Corbin Piper sets off, ball at feet. Robust play from Corbin Piper. Can he find a teammate? Does through Payne. Rojas is on the end of a push in the back, is he? Whistle's gone. Matt Leckie does not agree.
Absolutely loved that down the right-hand side from Corbin Piper. He looked like Mar Nonu breaking through the line there. It was excellent, excellent work. But it was almost, you knew he was going to fend him off. And then here comes the next one, fend him off too. Brilliant play.
He's what they call a 100%er, Corbin Piper. So Marco Rojas has been given responsibility for the free kick. Once again, it's quite narrow in terms of his ability to deliver, but he does towards the back stick. Hughes is there. And Isaac Hughes not quite able to get the leap and the purchase on the header correct.
I think there, if you're trying to do that, you've got to try and isolate Wootton around the back, coming off the blind side with a run, trying to head back in across. Hughes has done his best to get something on that, but it's just a flick off, and goal kick now to City.
Yellow fever and the home fans enjoying the vigour and the intent from Wellington. They'll believe their side can get something from this game. Cohen with the foul on Rufer. Already Vidmar, arms outstretched, is making an inquiry.
I don't think he's going to get too much back from the fourth official on this one. It's actually good to see the fourth official, Kelvin Berg, somebody I know quite well, has been in the National League for a number of years, really, really experienced, very good referee, somebody you can talk to, so nice to see him step up to A-League level.
Wootton goes long. Payne looked like he might have drifted offside, not Barbarouses, doesn't find its way through to either. Politidis with a lovely touch to bring that one down.
That's a fantastic touch, Pliny. Come out of the sky, bodies around him, and he absolutely killed it dead. What to like about Politidis, I think that's a good sub as well. I think if they can get him the ball, he's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, a couple of goals already this season for Harry Politidis. Most recently, round 17 against Western United. Atkinson bringing it out of defence for Melbourne City. Just a little slip, and it's to the advantage of Sam Sutton. Looking to try and create something down the left-hand side, and it's going to be a yellow card or a challenge on Luke Brooks-Smith, and Kai Truan is the man in the gun.
Does well to follow up, actually. Luke Brooks-Smith there. It looks like Sutton's away. Plays a little reverse pass inside that gets cut out. And Brooks-Smith's quick enough to get a touch there. Definite foul.
Fourth yellow card of the season for Kai Truan. And more importantly for Wellington Phoenix, a set-piece situation from a wide area. 7 of Wellington Phoenix's 17 goals this season have come from set pieces. 3 corners, 2 in direct free kicks, a direct free kick and a penalty. So they've been fairly profitable for Wellington this season.
Been looking for Wootton, Corbin Piper, Isaac Hughes here. It's a great position for a free kick to be able to play it into that second 6-yard box and have runners going onto it.
How's the delivery from Sam Sutton? It's pretty good. Hughes gets a header. Brooks-Smith is there. Where's it going to fall? In the penalty arc. Isaac Hughes battling away. And away it goes by Caputo and Marco Tilio in broken play. Over towards Harry Politidis on the far side, but Isaac Hughes, really, really committed play from Isaac Hughes, who a few seconds ago was down the other end.
Yeah, it's a great recovery run now. I mean, you look at Marco Tilio down the left-hand side, he didn't really have much on. He's managed to nearly pick out a wonder pass. Isaac Hughes has done the dash all the way back, and a fantastic tackle to clean things up for the Phoenix.
Cohen gets away from Brooks-Smith momentarily, but can't find a pass. And Brooks-Smith wins a foul on the edge of the area. Talked about a couple of players who have played for both of these sides, Polo Retro, Steven Ugarkovic. One of the others was Manny Muscat, of course. 190-odd games for Wellington, a couple of seasons to round out his career at Melbourne City.
Fantastic player, Manny. Somebody I really enjoyed sharing the pitch with. Another 100% of Piney, actually.
Clever from Bajic, and Truan goes to deck to try and hold on to the ball for Melbourne City. Cyprian putting Patrick Beach under a little bit of pressure there, but he finds Parada okay. Caputo, has he managed to keep that in? Yes, he has. Politidis ahead of him. Truan. Tilio. Tilio to Cohen. And Isaac Hughes deciding that he would put that one behind for a corner.
Yeah, Tilio and Kuhn have got a really good understanding down this side. Underlapping runs, balls round corners, little flicks. And again, it's a nice little ball down the side, and he's tried to dink it, I think, to the back post. Didn't quite get enough on it, and Hughes has got across to deal with it.
It's another corner for Melbourne City. Andreas Kuhn has taken all of them and will again address this one. Once again, the delivery is met by a Phoenix head in the person of Tim Payne. Marco Rojas, first chance to get involved in an attacking sense for Marco Rojas. Infield he goes, some real estate to work with. He finds Barbarousis. Brooke Smith is on the far side. And Ferreira, I think, cleverly let that one go. And behind it goes for a goal kick.
The minute he gets the ball, you can feel the yellow fever get off their seats. He's that sort of player. He's picking it up from deep. He's running, he's having a little look. What I love about the way he moves the ball, nice little touches. He's always able to move, change direction at the drop of a hat. It's unlucky from Costa as well there. Really good defending from Ferreira to know exactly what his distances were. Managing to leave the ball, and Brooke Smith can't get anything on it.
Plenty to be encouraged by for Wellington Phoenix fans as we tick towards the 80th minute. Or past 80 minutes now, rather. Now, Alex Rufer went in on Kuhn there and just collected him while he was in the air.
I thought he led with the elbow there, but hopefully I'm wrong and there's no VAR, but it looked like he certainly leant in on him.
Free kick results. Andreas Kuhn, a low delivery. Sutton gets the first touch, and Luke Brooke-Smith will try and track this one down, and does. And does enough to hold on to the ball as well. Well, he's learning in real time, Luke Brooke-Smith, isn't he? Tilio in the area, lined up the volley, and it just about set for him. Corbin Piper puts his shoulder in. And brings the ball away for Wellington Phoenix, but can only find touch.
Yeah, good defending again from Piper. Just knows when to get a little nudge on somebody. Not enough to give a foul, but just enough to get front position. Probably should have done better with the pass at the end of it.
He just used the strength to take it away from Harry Politidis. Truan driving City forward in search of what would be a fairly important second goal. Tilio. Atkinson. Now Leckie. And towards the near post, and Caputo. Last touch off. Caputo. Goal kick coming.
That's a really, really good position from Scott Wootton there. Only one place they can score, and it's at that near post, and Wootton's there, dealing with a cutback.
So what is going through the mind of Giancarlo Italiano as he surveys the whiteboard? Adam Griffiths there in the black cap. Good use of body position by Matt Leckie. Brings Tilio in. Tilio to Leckie. Marco Tilio and Matt Leckie having a little game of their own. Truan's in the action. Reverse pass over towards Aziz Bajic. Bajic onto his right foot. Little passing towards Caputo. And Marco Rojas with Barbarousis and Brooke Smith ahead of him. Rojas, ball at feet, Krauts cheers in his ears, but couldn't find Luke Brooks-Smith.
I think he's second-guessed there. He probably needs to give it to Costa earlier. Once he hasn't made that decision, then he's probably got to dink it across to Brooks-Smith. Difficult when you're on the run at pace like that, but good run from Costa, good run from Brooks-Smith, and I would imagine Marco would want that one back again. Just going back to what Chiefy was thinking there, I don't think it'll be a change of personnel, Piney. I think it'll be a change of shape. How can they get more bodies in and around the box? Are they going to look at going longer? Maybe with sort of 5 minutes to go, do you push a Scott Wootton up top?
Towards Caputo, into the area, Lecky completely misses his kick. Yep, time starting to tick away from Wellington Phoenix.
You can hear Vidmar down there shouting, keep it, every time they've got the ball. They just want to draw the Phoenix out and find a way to be able to play through them.
Picked up in midfield by Sheridan from an errant pass. Piper with Hughes and now Wootton. Melbourne City just quite happy to sit in a low block at the moment. Hughes rips one out to Piper. He's aiming for Tim Payne. And next Caputo, a bit of a lone ranger at the moment, but he's got Tilio with him. Politidis is up as well. Tilio. Politidis. Now Lecky.
Really good box defending there by the Phoenix. Happy to put their bodies on the line, get those blocks in. Got to try and find a way to get the ball back though. Time is definitely running out here.
Double change coming for Wellington. The final roll of the dice for Giancarlo Italiano. Ishiga and Kelly Heald. That's Lucas Kelly Heald looking to enter the action as the ball's given away to Barbarouses. Chance for a counter-attack now involving Luke Brooks-Smith. He's urged to take on Atkinson, and does Luke Brooks-Smith. And wins the corner. No, he doesn't. Goal kick given.
I think you can tell by the noise from the yellow fever that they think they got that one wrong. Nice intent here from Brooks-Smith. Gets him 1v1. Atkinson's allowing him to go down the outside. Yeah, Danaskos got it right again. Really good call. It took a little nick off of Brooks-Smith on the way out. And I was clearly wrong, Piney, when I talked about a change of formation, not personnel. He looks like he's going change of formation and change of personnel.
So Alex Roof has got through 87 minutes on his return to the starting side. He makes way for Hideki Ishiga. Tim Payne will sit down, and Lucas Kelly Heald joins the action for the final push for Wellington. Nudge there from Marco Tilio, catches the eye of Tim Danaskis. Melbourne City now are going to make a double change of their own. Lawrence Wong and Ben Mazzeo into the action. Andreas Kuhn, the excellent Andreas Kuhn, is going to have a seat for the final little segment of this game. It's been good.
Yeah, he's a cracking game. Like I said, really composed. Happy to get the ball in tight areas, always knows where he's going before he gets it. Really good addition to the A-League, in my opinion.
And Max Caputo, after 88 minutes of running and chasing and harrying, makes way for the 19-year-old Ben Mazzeo. Into the penalty area. Melbourne City clear. Atkinson will look to run that one out, and Costa Barbarouses goes through the back of Nathaniel Atkinson, who looks up at the yellow fever with a wry smile.
Yeah, I've been in that position many a time, Piney, when time's running out. and you've got somebody shielding it in front of you, it's worth a little kick. Might go your way every now and again.
He's been around for long enough to know how to run the clock down a little bit, Nathaniel Atkinson.
I think he knew it was coming from Costa as well.
Brooke Smith wins a throw for Wellington Phoenix. We're into the final minute of regulation time. There'll be, we're told, a minimum of 5 extra minutes, so still time for Wellington to find something from this game. Game opening up though, and Politidis has it for Melbourne City. Into the area, Politidis takes a deflection off Isaac Hughes. Another corner results.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that Vidmar's not told the troops to sit back now and look after this result. 1-0 is pretty close. I think that the Phoenix will still fancy themselves to get back into this.
Melbourne City in absolutely no hurry to take the corner. Isaac Hughes making that point to Tim Danaskis. Lawrence Wong is going to be in charge of this one, although Aussie's Bayich wants to get involved as well, and they'll take it into the corner and try and soak up a few seconds. Instead, from Bayich into Wong, and foul given away in the penalty area. The 90 minutes have elapsed. Confirmation from Kelvin Berg, the 4th official, of an extra 5 minimum. Leckie breaks it across. Melbourne City trying to build something. Politidis! Just wide from Harry Politidis. That would have sealed it.
Yeah, again, really good play in and around the box. They're happy to try and link up, and it's a great little ball around the corner. Oh, it's a great little flick. Politidis just dragged his shot wide. Probably should do better.
It's a lovely little pass from Ben Mazzeo, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Looking one way, plays it the other. Politidis has read it. He does better with the shot. It's 2-0 and game over.
Time is the enemy now of Wellington Phoenix. There's still sense they might have an opportunity or two in added time. Supreme with a strong header. Mazzeo and Wong, the two substitutes combined. Lawrence Wong does well. Marco Tilio going into a challenge. They're flying in now. Wellington just want to get the ball forward but can't. Mazzeo. Good save by LB Kelly. Healed.
You can hear the players for City shouting, in the corner, take it to the corner. But Mazzeo decides he's going to get his shot off.
Yeah, the exuberance of youth, eh? Ben Mazzeo, the 19-year-old. Lawrence Wong out there, still just 17. They take it into the corner this time, and Marco Tilly is over there trying to hold on to it, and there's one a throw off Marco Rojas. Melbourne City just soaking up time now, grinding their way towards a win which would take them, for the meantime anyway, to second on the A-League ladder. Wellington can't clear. Here's Lawrence Wong. Wong in the area, weaving, still there for Wong, and it goes into the back of the net, and Lawrence Wong, the architect of what I think is an own goal. It doesn't matter, because on the scoreboard, Melbourne City double their money, and they'll take all 3 points away under the Friday night lights in Wellington.
Finally, you just talked about the exuberance of youth, and you see Lawrence Wong there picking up the ball. Fantastic. It's a great chase to keep the ball in to start with. Wong has a little look around and decides he's going to slam it into box. Great little chop. Looks like the ball's gone out. He just about keeps it in, hits a hand, and then Hughes again. So unfortunate. Just can't find his way to get his body out of the way.
Well, when things are not going your way, things tend to not go your way. Off the elbow, it appeared, of Sheridan into Hughes, who couldn't prevent the ball from ricocheting off his body and into the back of the net. VAR, though, Kate Jakowitz is checking for a possible offside here, so we'll be made to wait for a little bit longer.
I think it could be from the first one, Piney, where he's gone to get it in the corner, right by the corner flag. He did look like he could have been in an offside position. Obviously, play's gone on from there, and a lot's happened in between.
So he can't be offside from the throw, but is he offside when the ball gets played in there?
After a factual review, number 46 is in an offside position before the goal. The goal is cancelled.
So Isaac Hughes' blushes are spared. And the scoreline remains just a goal to nil. Take nothing away from the industry and the creativity of Lawrence Wong, but the goal won't count. Now Wellington come forward looking for an equaliser. There'll be some time added on because of the VAR check. Tackles flying in, but Wellington outnumbered now as Lawrence Wong breaks forward again. Mazzeo is told to go to the corner. Lucas Kelly-Hield's gone across to try and win a throw, and does. But Wellington are 100 metres from where they need to be.
Yeah, smart play by Mazzeo there. You could hear the shouts from everybody. Bench, players on the park, get yourself in the corner. And Julie did so.
There can only be seconds left. Isaac Hughes drives the tired limbs forward and wins the throw. Is there time to take it? There will be. Ashiga. Brooke Smith wins the header. Barbarousis is there. Whacked away by Ferreira. Quick check of the watch from Tim Danaskis. They're urging Ashiga to take the throw. Forward by Sutton. Wotton's forward. There for Rojas. Is there some magic? Away by Atkinson. Still time to play. Ashiga. And whacked away by Atkinson, only as far as Brooke Smith. Luke Brooke Smith. And Patrick Beach sees it behind. And that may well be that. That is that. On Friday night in Wellington, Marco Tilio, who cannot stop scoring against Wellington Phoenix, has done it again. His strike early in the second half is enough for Melbourne City to exit Wellington with all 3 points, and with the move to second on the A-League ladder. Final score at Sky Stadium, Wellington Phoenix 0, Melbourne City 1. A much improved performance from Wellington Phoenix, a lot more energy, a lot more endeavour, particularly when they went 1-0 down. Luke Brooke Smith again showed that his energy and enthusiasm is a weapon at this level. Neumann Ferreira was part of a back line that kept an 8th clean sheet of the season for Melbourne City. Matthew Leckie injected at half-time, and his presence was certainly felt. Marco Rojas and Kai Truan exchange pleasantries as they catch their breath. Lawrence Wong thought he'd been the architect of a second goal for Melbourne City late on, chalked off by an assistant referee's flag, or more correctly, the observation of the VAR. Patrick Beach, his big save from the head of Corbin Piper, is as responsible for the 3 points as the goal from Marco Tilio. Another clean sheet for Patrick Beach. Players from both sides have given everything out there tonight. And hopes of a top 6 finish for Wellington slip further beyond the horizon, you'd have to think. Time running out now for them. Just the 8 games to go. Let's get you down sideline where Kimberley Downs is alongside Wellington Phoenix skipper Alex Rufer.
Thanks, Piney. Alex, another tough loss, but you would have wanted a response from your team after last week. In many aspects, you could argue that you got one. How are you feeling about that result, that performance?
I mean, like you said, I think we did show a bit of a reaction, obviously after last week, and a very disappointing result. But look, I still think tonight we were still very sloppy with the ball when we had some really good moments, but then also we made some poor mistakes in moments where if we just had a bit more composure, we could have put more pressure on them. But look, they're a really good team. We gave them the ball too much and gave them too much time and space, I felt, towards the end, and they're a good team and they punished us.
The phrase must win is going to linger over most of your games, if not all, from here on out. How do you look to instill some belief in the team for that, and do you feel like you are close?
I think we're close. I think, unfortunately, like you said, it might be one of those ones where it's too little too late now. But look, like you said, we need to win 8 games, or every game from now, and that's the way we have to play, and we have to believe in that. Obviously, right now we're hurting. We are down in the dumps, but look, you know, there's nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal, and that's us at the moment. So I think as soon as we do get a result, you know, things might turn. But look, I'm proud of the team. We just need to keep fighting.
And just last